What is the best way to test for early pregnancy?
Throwing up every morning whether you have a hangover or not is a fair indicator.
About a third of women don't have any morning sickness at all.
Waiting another couple of weeks for proof that your period isn't coming is a good way to know if you're pregnant.
I could be 3 months along before I was certain I was pregnant.
By the time your next period is due, you can do an early pregnancy test.
You can do a pregnancy test a week before your period is due.
True, but waiting until your period is due means the early pregnancy test will pick up the low pregnancy hormone levels that standard tests might miss.
Those tests are expensive.
They sell pregnancy tests at the dollar store.
Well, they sell the ones accurate enough to say yes, you're pregnant by 2 weeks after your period is due.
If you aren't sure if you're pregnant, being able to buy half a dozen for less than $10 is not a bad way to verify you're pregnant, and you can afford to test every day for a week to make sure.
I'd love something else I can try.
If you were doing natural family planning, you may know the cervix level and feeling to know that it hasn't gone all the way back up and returned to mid-cycle levels.
No, I don't have that information. Nor am I sure I want it ever.
Let's assume you've got a pregnancy test. Do you know the best way to do an early pregnancy test?
Pee on it and wait a few minutes.
You can improve the odds of it showing positive sooner rather than later by peeing on it first thing in the morning.
That's first of the morning pee that is supposed to have more concentrated hormones.
Sure, because you are relatively dehydrated first thing in the morning. And make sure you actually douse it instead of slightly sprinkle it and pull it away.
I don't want to get pee on my hand.
If you are pregnant, soon you'll have a kid leaking all over, so get over it. In the meantime, get a cup and pee in that, then let the test strip soak in it for 5 minutes.
I worry about overexposure.
Underexposure may cause it to falsely register negative because it wasn't allowed to soak up enough to register that you're pregnant. If you're positive, it can't be overly positive.
So all I need is enough to get the test strip to show 2 lines.
Sure, and if the test says positive but the control strip isn't lit, throw out the test and do a different one.
I've never heard of a control strip failing.
There's a reason they sell pregnancy tests in packs of 3 and 6.
I thought that was to satisfy the glass half full and glass half empty extremes. You don't believe it, no matter the result, so you test 5 more times to prove it is or isn't correct.